Hey everyone, Julie Salant. I am your intuitive healer for your life and business and animal communicator. I am thrilled to be doing this podcast with you today. This is the first podcast that I'm pushing out to you for the Roadmap 2021. I have had a lot of clients and people that I've been speaking with ask me to put together a roadmap for them for the new year. And this roadmap will be completely customized to you. It will be helping you in 4 areas, and they're going to be energetically, spiritually, physically, and psychically. And the reason that this came up was because about 5 months ago, I started working out. I changed everything that I ate and I started working out 6 days a week. It was for vanity reasons. I was tired of looking the way I looked and feeling sluggish all the time and tired and never really feeling as though I was running on all cylinders, as I say. And, it wasn't just about that. What I realized was, this was a revelation to me, and it might not be to you. And if I might be late to the party, but for me, I did not know that each of your cups, if you will, your energetic cup, your spiritual cup, your psychic cup, and your physical cup, right, that they were all connected. I did not, I knew that what I ate during the day would definitely impact my energy levels, but would it really affect my work? Probably not, I was thinking. Would it really affect my relationships? Definitely not. Would it really affect me and the choices that I made for myself? No, I don't think so. Well, I was completely wrong. Completely wrong. Because when I started working out, I changed the mind flip, if you will, from I have to work out, ugh, to I get to work out. The way that you speak to yourself and the things that you say, the words that you choose are completely game changers when it comes to mind shifts on how you think about your life. And that's just one of them. I have to work out today because I don't feel good about myself. I'm so fat. I don't like the way I look, whatever that is. Two, I get to work out today. This is my me time. I'm psyched. Totally different feeling. But beyond that, just as an example, what I realized was when I worked out, I felt better about myself. I had more energy. And then I started getting downloads in during my workouts, like from God. I had one tonight. I was working out, I was running, and I got a download. And I was like, this is so cool. All my guides showed up and they just started showing me things that I can use in my life to help my clients and help myself. So, what I'm trying to say is, we're living in crazy times right now, politically, which I don't even talk about politics, but things are crazy right now. We are in the midst of a global pandemic. It's global, it's all across the world. It's not just here in the US, it's everywhere, right? It's touched everyone that you know. And the reason why this is happening, if you haven't figured this out yet, let me help you, enlighten you, because I believe that this is to reset everyone and everything. This is because you need to understand that we're all connected, right? What I do affects you and what you do affects me. We're all connected. You and I, all the humans, all the animals, we're all here on this one planet. And Mother Earth was just tired of being mistreated and was just like, you guys need to wake up. Okay, so on an energetic level, I'm not talking about in the 3D in this world, on an energetic level, this shows up as things have been working really well for you, maybe in your professional life. You've been at this job, you love it, or you had your own business and things are going great. And then all of a sudden, you're like, things are not working anymore for me, and I can't figure out why. Or in your relationships, things have been great, and then all of a sudden, again, things are not working out. Why? Because you're changing, you're ascending, you are transforming into someone that you were really meant to be. Whether you know this or not, you have a soul contract to be here. You agreed to be here at this time, in this space, on this earth, at this time, in this lifetime. And the reason you did this was to learn lessons, right? Both good and bad, but also to shine your light. That's what you're here to do. Whatever your gifts are, is to help the world, impart your gifts to people, animals, and everyone else, and give us your knowledge, your information, and whatever you've got that's special about you. Now, this is the fun part. Back to the roadmap. So I realized that each of these cups, if you will, energetically, spiritually, physically, and psychically, we're all connected. So as women, a lot, if you're a man listening to this, you may have felt this too, but a lot of the women out there, I was trained to always be last, right? We were always taught, we watched our mothers growing up, that my mom would work a full day, come home, take care of the kids, make dinner, and then she'd eat, and then she'd fall into bed and just be so tired, but she would always be last. Everybody was first. She would take care of everyone. We work jobs, we take care of our animals, and we go and we take care of our families, and we're last. And I never believed that you should put yourself first. I always thought that that was so selfish. Put yourself first? Are you an idiot? Like, and then I realized that you must put yourself first, because you need to be at your best, to give your best. You can't have a half empty cup and then, or almost empty cup of energy, of love, of ideas, of your gifts, and then try to give that to other people. It doesn't work that way. You'll have nothing to give. You have to take care of yourself first. Then, when your cup is full, you feel good about yourself, right? You've worked out, you are connected spiritually to God. I believe in God, but for you, it could be God, it could be Buddha, it could be Shiva, it could be spirit, it could be the universe. Whatever that is for you, you must be, should be, and like to be, want to be connected to that all the time, because that's your power source. And if you're disconnected, you're not getting messages and your light is dimming. I can tell you that for a fact. And I'm not Bible thumping you. I'm not here to judge you, and I'm not Bible thumping you. I'm not shaming you or anything else. All I'm saying is that that's your power source. Whatever you believe in, it could be the universe, whatever it is. If you're disconnected as a human, your soul and your heart are going to be like a tree that has no water, right? So spiritually, being connected is important. Energetically, that's very, very important. All your ideas, all your downloads, all your gifts, and all your thoughts, everything that makes you happy and joyful and full of love and creative comes from spirit, from God, from whatever you believe in, right? Psychically, physically, spiritually, and energetically, every single cup is connected. And every single cup must be full for you to be the happy human that you're supposed to be. So, in other words, you've got to fill every cup. Now, I was asked to create a roadmap, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to customize it. It's a brand new program that I'm putting out there. But what I want to talk to you today is about how this is going to work, because I think it will make sense to you. And let's talk, energetically. Let's talk energetically first. Um, one of my gifts and my superpowers is being able to see negative or stuck energy in you, right? Now, remember, this can be subconscious. You may be walking around feeling good about yourself, everything's great, but you still always should have goals that you have and a next level that you're trying to get to, right? You want to better yourself. You want to change. You want to evolve. You want to be smarter and faster and healthier and better for your family and for yourself. And you don't want to be living the same life year after year after year. You want to change, you want to evolve, you want to be better, right? Energetically, the old beliefs that you have, the old stories that you tell yourself that you may have had since you were 15 years old may no longer be serving you. And in fact, they probably are not serving you today. Thoughts like, I can't put myself first. I don't have the time. I can't put myself first because is that really going to help? I think that things were awesome for the past few years at my job, but all of a sudden things aren't working because I'm not smart enough. I didn't get the promotion. I'm always going to be stuck here. My boss doesn't see my potential, right? Those are stories that you have incorporated into your life. They're just stories, right? They're not the truth. The truth is, you are a divine being with a soul, a spirit, and a heart that's immense, with immense potential, infinite potential. There's nothing that can stop you. Anything that you can dream of, you can have. And the more that you take care of yourself, the better you can take care of others. And the better that your life will be, because then you can achieve your goals. The more connected you are spiritually, the more downloads and information you'll have. The more that you take care of your physical body, the more energy you'll have, the happier you feel, the better sleep you'll have, the better ideas you'll have at work. And the relationships that you have outside of that with your family will be better because you'll be more present, right? And psychically, to visualize and to call in all of your power and all that you want to make happen in this lifetime, you need to be strong for that. You can't be weak. This world, especially the world, the way it's shaping right now and the changes that we're going through, you need to be strong. If there's anything that 2020 taught me, it was there's no time to be weak anymore. You cannot pretend that you're okay if you're overweight. You cannot pretend that you're okay if you're super tired all the time because you're just depleted and you run yourself ragged. You cannot pretend that everything's okay if you're in a job that you hate, but everything was good on paper because I was that person for a very long time. I worked for a senior vice president in a huge, amazing company that you all know, but I don't say the name. And I had a good job on paper. I made good money. I was on the top floor with a corner office. I had all that shit, all of it. And every single day, I walked in the doors and I felt like my soul was dying a little bit more each day. Why? Because I wasn't using my gifts to help animals, to help people, to do what I was created to do. And when I was laid off, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. It could have destroyed me, but it made me say, you know what? This is it. This is your time. Pick yourself up. And from then on, it was like, this is what I'm doing. And I've never been so happy to share my gifts with people because it helps people and it helps animals. And that's what you're here to do. You are here. You have a soul contract, whether you know it or not. You signed up to be here with everything that's going on in the world to learn lessons, good and bad, to evolve as a human, to get a bigger heart, right? And to share your amazing gifts with the world. Amazing gifts, your creative gifts, whatever they are, to share them with the world. Why? To shape the world and to change it and to help us all because we're all unity consciousness. I mean, what I do affects you, what you do affects me. And I don't care where you live. I don't care if you're in Spain. I don't care if you're in Mexico. I don't care if you're in Costa Rica or England. Wherever you are, we're connected. So 2020 taught me that you have to take ownership for your life. And that means that every single cup that you have, right, energetically, spiritually, physically, and psychically, you need to take responsibility for filling those cups every single day, for you to be the best version of yourself, right? So the goal is what I want to ask you, and honestly, is how happy are you right now? Like, look at each one of those cups. Let's talk energetically. Are you happy where you are with your relationships? Are you there with that person? Are you focused? Or are you just coming home, you're so tired, you get dinner ready and then everybody goes to bed and you have 10 minutes to yourself and you're like, okay, I gotta do this all over again. Are you happy at work? Are you flourishing at work? I'm not talking about just going in and being like, it's another day, yay. I'm talking about, are you flourishing? Are you present? Do you have good ideas? Are you on it? Are you like, this is my jam, I got this? Or are you going in every day and it's like, ugh, another day? Or are you even like, I hate this place. I can't stand it here. It's only Monday. I can't wait till Friday because I literally hate it here. I'm only here to make money, to bring home some money, to just survive. I hope to God I win lottery because guess what? This is what a lot of people around me thought all the time. And I used to be this person. You know what? That is no way to live, honest to God. I mean, if you win lottery, great. But to be real with you, it's probably not going to happen. You need a better plan, right? You need a better plan to be happy. And then physically, where are you physically? Are you overweight? Do you feel tired all the time? Do you hate the way you look in clothes? Because I was that person for a long time. Hated, just hated the way I looked, right? Had no energy, constantly drinking like monster drinks and stuff to just get energy. Traveled so much that it was just like grab and go and running on fumes all the time, no sleep, in hotels all the time, in airports all the time. Just like I loved my clients and I liked traveling, but after 5 years every week on a plane, it was like, damn, I'm tired of this, dude. I think I'm getting too old for this. It's an experience, but it depleted me. And you have to recognize that there are certain things that are happening in your life that deplete you and certain things that energize you, right? And I always think of myself as a battery, just simply as a battery. And maybe you'd like to too, right? So, energetically, where are you? Are you at a 10 up high, or a 0 would be low? Or are you somewhere in the middle? Are old beliefs holding you back from being happy? How happy are you with your family life? What's been working for a long time? Is it still working? Or is it maybe broken down a little bit? Because the pandemic's done that to a lot of people. But that's also not just the pandemic, it's because you're changing and you're seeing things clearly without maybe rose colored glasses on for the first time in a long time. And you're not the only one. And spiritually, are you connected? Are you connected in? Do you connect in with your guides? Do you know who your team even is? Right? Do you get that power and those downloads and those ideas and that guidance that you really need? Or are you just kind of like, I haven't connected in so long. I don't even know how to do that anymore. I don't even know how to pray. I don't even know how to do affirmations. And affirmations don't even really work for me. And then you feel very spiritually kind of just like a tree without water, just dry, brittle, tired, overwhelmed easily, angry, harsh. And then physically, are you working out? Are you going to the gym? Again, I'm not judging you. I'm not Bible thumping you. I'm not trying to make you do something you don't want to do. I'm just asking you to take a look with true eyes, without judgment of yourself, as to where you are right now on a scale of 0 to 10. And then psychically, where are you in terms of how evolved you feel? Have you taken any courses in the last year or two that were not mandatory? Like, you're going to school for something. I mean, something fun that you want to take, an art class, a spiritual class, could be anything. Let's just say you're a writer, could be a writing class. Anything that will help you move forward and make you learn something new. So if you are depleted in a lot of these areas, that means that your cup is either half full or low. And if that's true all across the board, well, you can imagine you're overwhelmed, you're tired, you're frustrated, and you might be here and you want to go there and you don't know how to get there because you have no energy, no new ideas, and no new perspectives. And by the way, just so you know, everyone needs a coach. Even I need a coach because we can't see our own stuff. You are too close to your own self to see everything, right? It's kind of like if you have a saying that you say all the time, um, and then somebody says, you say that all the time. And you're like, I do? I didn't even realize I said that. It's like, because sometimes we don't even listen to ourselves. We're just on autopilot all the time. You say the same thing every day. You do the same routine every day. You stop at the same Starbucks every day. You get the same thing every day. You never deviate. You never change, which means you never grow because you're not challenging yourself. You can even be going to the gym every day, but if you do the same workouts all the time, you're not changing things up. You could be connecting in with your guides or God or the universe or spirit or whatever you want, whatever works for you. But if you're not giving yourself enough time to really hear and listen and wait on what needs to be communicated to you because you're tired, overwhelmed, and stressed and frustrated, then you're not going to be getting what you really need. And then you might be blocked. And the old stories that you've been telling yourself for a really long time, they're old stories and they're not relevant anymore, because the stories that you even told yourself 6 months ago, let alone 10 years ago, are definitely not relevant. And it could be the same story. I don't have enough money. I'm not smart enough. I don't have the right connections. I don't have enough energy. I don't feel good about myself. There's no way I can make this happen. I mean, this is just like unrealistic. My dream is unrealistic. And I'm here to tell you today that that is awesome. I want you to dream so big it scares you. Because I'll tell you something. A week and a half ago, I lost my aunt. My aunt was in her 80s, but she was not sick. She didn't get COVID. She had some physical problems. She found out that she had cancer in her body. And my father had two sisters. So my father passed away, and then the other sister passed away. And then this one, she had the surgery she needed. Everything was great. She went home. And then all of a sudden, she took a turn, and within 2 days, she was gone. And anytime I lose someone in my life, and I'm sure you guys are the same way, I always think about, the funeral and what people remember. And it's all about creating that legacy, right? She was a minister. She traveled her entire life with her husband. They're both ministers. She went to places that were so dangerous, like Nigeria, Africa, um, places where they kill Christians on a regular basis. I mean, this is from the 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way through for 40, 50 years. Her whole life, she was a Christian, a minister. And she still went and she still preached. And she was always safe and she was always protected. But I guess what I'm telling you is that she was unhealthy physically. So she was connected spiritually, 100%, 1,000%, always connected. But she still had old stories that she was working with, and she never released them. And physically, she was very depleted. She was overweight. She was fragile. She was old. And you can still get old, but you can still have muscles, and you can still put yourself in a better place if you're working out and you're eating right for your bones, for your muscles, for everything. So if you do take a fall, she took like 3 falls in between after the surgery, you won't start breaking things like glass. So I just wonder sometimes if every single cup was filled, if she would have had a better time through the surgery, right? And things wouldn't have taken such a turn. And again, I'm not shaming you. I'm just telling you what I've experienced in the last 2 weeks. And so I wanted to offer this roadmap to you to help you to see your life in a different perspective, to get you running on all cylinders, as I say, and to get you in a place of happiness and joy instead of overwhelm and frustration. And holy shit, I'm so unhappy at my freaking job. I want to kill myself. Because that's how I felt for like too long to count, too many years to count. And my whole goal and doing what I do and using my gifts the way I use them is because I don't want you to do what I did. Please don't do what I did. Be brave to say, this is what I am. This is who I am. And when you do that, though, you've got to be able to back that up with the resources to get you there, right? You've got to be strong enough and have the right ideas and have the right energy and move in the right direction, take the right actions to actually complete your tasks. Because it's not about giving you a map and then letting you go. It's about giving you a map and then we keep meeting and course correcting, just like planes do, till you get to your destination. And that means you might have to change here and change there, but it's worth it. It's worth it. So this was just the overview, right? It's energetically, spiritually, physically, and psychically. Those are the 4 areas we go into. I will have a link below if you want to set up some time on my calendar, because I would love to talk with you about the roadmap for 2021. This is a month-long deal that I do with you. We meet 4 times, so it's 4 hours, plus I give you an extra 2 hours because I go in and get messages from God, Spirit for you, and all your guides and ancestors come in too because I talk to them as well. And we look at what you're not seeing, we look at what's stopping you, and we remove it, right? We course correct and we get you to where you want to go. We get you on the right path and we get you going in a good direction. And sometimes these are not major tweaks that are needed. You may be doing really well on your own right now, but I can still show you, I guarantee you, I can still show you places where you are lacking. And I could also ask questions like, what are you not seeing? Because again, we can never see our own stuff. So I hope this helped you. Please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are about this. I would love to know further, your comments, answer them for you. And I will be talking a lot more about these sectors, how to fill your cup up, and how to really manage your time, have a great life, and really be energized and love the life you have. And if you have questions about the roadmap, just let me know. You can get on my calendar, have all the links below. All right, guys, thank you so much. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.